And this is not all we have to say about the FDI trend in Georgia. Today we will focus your attention more in detail about the energy sector, since this is the sector currently under major reform. On to you, David.
That's right. As always, I'm staying focused on the energy sector, and we know that this year has been especially difficult for this field because of problems connected with the Namakwani hydropower project. Besides, there are many challenges regarding reforms in the Georgian energy markets that you have also mentioned, Elena, and that's why investments in this field are still coming down. Let's take a look together at what the business sector has to say. Foreign direct investments in the energy sector of Georgia amounted to 107 million USD during the first part of this year, shows the National Statistics Office of Georgia. This is 13 times more compared to the same period of last year, but by 33% less than the first half of 2019. When it comes to the investment climate in Georgia, energy expert Murman Margvelashvili mentions that one of the main challenges in this field is lack of strategic view from the government side.
We are getting substantial help of international community, including Energy Community Secretariat, including International Energy Agency, and some other donors and IFIs. And effort should be applied to develop a real USAID also, to develop workable, strategically well thought, sound, evidence-based strategy. Meaning not only a document, but working groups, people who are thinking strategically.
Another player of the Georgian energy sector is Giorgi Abramishvili. Taking into consideration the latest numbers of FDI, he underlines that investors cannot predict what can be the price on the Georgian electricity market for future, and it has its clear reason.
The main problem why the foreign direct investments are decreasing in our country, in our sector, is that supportive incentives are not correct. Because the so-called feed-in tariffs or PPA approach was cancelled like 3 years ago, and the new incentive which was introduced last year is based on the market price, on the deregulated markets, but the market was not deregulated yet.
All these problems are familiar for Levan Vepkhvadze, CEO of the Business Association of Georgia. He says that without an energy policy document, it will be hard for foreign companies to invest in our country.
If we have no strategy, if we have no future view about the model of development of energy industry, then there is a problem with investors, because investors should invest in energy field for 20, 30, 40 years, and that's why that is very long-term investment. And when it comes to investors, they're looking future policies they're looking for future policies, and there is a lack of these policies in Georgia.
The Georgian energy market liberalization process has been postponed till the end of this year, and this is one of the main reasons why investors cannot predict their future in Georgia.